Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is July the 3rd, 2021. Take a look. Grayscale finally adds Cardano to their portfolio. Now, the question that we're going to answer today is that if that's going to have a very positive impact on ADA's price, or will it have no impact at all? We're going to look at the price chart because if you're not new to this channel, you already understand that our main focus is on the price chart. We pay attention to what price is going to do so that we can always be in position and win. We're not necessarily worried about articles. We don't pay attention to technical indicators because those things are pointless and confusing. If you want to learn more, we're here. The doors are open. You guys can join us, join this team, and you do that by liking the video, sharing the video, and also subscribe here to the channel. We don't play around with a lot of the FUD and FOMO. We are zoomed in, focusing on the price chart, paying attention to where the trap is doing so that we can get ahead of him and win. So now, before I talk about Cardano and ADA and our price prediction, let's take a look at this article real quick. It's from News BTC. It was posted to the internet just 17 hours ago from Assad. You guys can see that Assad is trying to write about Grayscale and them adding ADA to their portfolio. You guys can see one of the latest addition to Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund. Went through, highlighted some things in this article. As always, I will have the link to this article in the description of this video if y'all want to read a little bit more about it. The tweet was right here. Grayscale tweeted this yesterday, July the 2nd. Welcome aboard Cardano. They've adjusted their portfolio just so that they can add ADA to it, right? Now, just like they did with Chainlink, Grayscale had to make some small adjustments, i.e. they had to sold some of their portfolio just to make room for Chainlink. They did the same thing in Cardano, right? They had to sell something in order to accommodate Cardano being added to their portfolio. Now, the question is, one thing we need to realize is that everyone in this space has their own agenda, okay? Grayscale has an agenda, right? And if Grayscale has an agenda, you best believe that they're not going to tell you when they're going to sell their ADA tokens. They're not going to tell you until after they purchased Cardano or any other cryptocurrency, until after the fact. Like, the news won't pick this up until after they made their purchase. It would have been a great idea if Grayscale would have told the people that they've added Cardano before July 2nd, because that's one thing that we don't know. When did they buy ADA? When did they add it to their portfolio? Was it when ADA's price was going through that major slump like the cryptocurrency space was overall in March? Right? Was it during this time that they came through and added ADA? Because take a look. This is the prime opportunity to come through and hold ADA. We've already identified that this area was prime real estate to come in and buy ADA, and it's right at $1. And since then, the price is up there around 42 cents, $1.42 increase. Now, let's go on. Their main aim is to expose their clients to at least 70% of all the cryptocurrency in the market. That's their goal. Okay, they want people who's not comfortable with cryptocurrencies right now to at least, if you want the exposure, you can at least come to Grayscale, who is regulated. They hold the cryptocurrency in their accounts, in their portfolio, and you can get access to it. But you don't really have access to it. But if you want to profit from the cryptocurrency bull run, or the euphoria that the cryptocurrency space is having, but you don't want to actually participate with actually holding these cryptocurrencies, then go through Grayscale, because that's what they do. They want all their clients to access top digital currencies via regulated products, offerings that they can relate with like others. Okay, ADA makes up 4.2% of the fund's digital assets. You guys can see right here. Here's a screenshot of what Grayscale has in their cryptocurrency large cap fund. Okay, the biggest one is Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now ADA is in number 3 with 4.26%. Right now, 4.26% of a 100% allocation of a portfolio is not massive, right? So we need to put this in certain terms. Like, this is not massively bullish just because Grayscale has 4.25% of ADA in their portfolio. I mean, take a look at Chainlink. They barely even have 1% of Chainlink in their portfolio. But at least they're recognizing it, right? At least they're taking notice of some of the cryptocurrencies that they are expecting to see massive gains, right? They won't be putting these cryptocurrencies in a portfolio without the expectation of seeing some gains later on down the road. They have done their research, right? So there's no need for us to go out and do our own research. These individuals, these companies, these massive institutions have the money allocated to do just that. And you'll be able to tell that on the price chart, right? So that's why we don't focus in on diving down into analyst reports, looking at fundamental analysis, looking at earnings, looking at what's next coming down the pipe to try to catch some catalysts. Like once these individuals do their research, they implement it. And once they implement it, it's on the chart. It's already listed on the price chart. Okay. So now let me go. How will the announcement affect Cardano? As always, everyone wants to think, okay, this is some type of news now. What will it do with ADA's price? What in the world impact will this have? That's always what's on people's mind when something comes out about a cryptocurrency. This is indeed a groundbreaking achievement. This is what Charles Hoskinson retweeted in regards to Grayscale adding his currency to their portfolio. Given that Grayscale is a regulated and reliable digital asset management firm, it's obvious that ADA will gain more credence in the crypto market. Okay. Now that the token appears side by side with Bitcoin and Ethereum, it will record more investments and huge demand will follow. This is what Assad is trying to write in this article. The demand will cause the price to soar higher than others in growth. Okay, you guys can see the screenshot there. The announcement of Grayscale adding Cardano to its portfolio is expected to shoot ADA to the moon. That is one of these broad-based statements that continues to be reflected in the cryptocurrency market. What in the world is moon? Put a price on it, right? I'm gonna start a hashtag speaking on put a price on it, because when you say shoot ADA to the moon, what price is that? Is it $30,000 like Bitcoin is trading at? Is that the moon? Is it $5? Is it $3? Like, what is the moon? The price of ADA is rising gradually thanks to Grayscale. That's what Assad thinks. He thinks Grayscale is pushing the price of ADA. And you think Grayscale adding 4.25% of ADA to their portfolio is really pushing the market? If that's the case, we're all in trouble, right? It takes a lot more than 4% allocation of one digital asset fund to push the market in ADA. Okay, so let's just relax, right? We need to have reasonable minds and understand that everything newsworthy doesn't push price. Okay, because you can see right there, it came out July the 2nd, and the market is only up 2.5%. So, like I said, 4.25% allocation to a fund. You really want to expect this to shoot ADA to the moon? It's going to take a lot more catalysts to substantiate the value of ADA. It's just that simple. More and more people come on board ADA, just like Grayscale did, the better this cryptocurrency will trade. The higher the price will go because it causes demand. That's the only thing that we need to be worried about is supply and demand. That's it. This is what moves price. When you have a little of asset available in the market, price has to go higher. But when you see an influx of supply or stockpile, price got to go lower. It's just that simple. So now let's take a look at this. You guys can see that we're about to test in ADA our restriction line, right? You guys can see it about $1.50. So we're expecting to see some selling come through into the market in ADA. Now, one thing I wanted to do now is to actually start a trend into the market in ADA, something that this market has been following for a long time. Right? Like I told you, Grayscale more than likely came and purchased ADA on this high volume price bar right here that occurred on June 22nd, 2021. The article just came out just yesterday. You guys can see the increase in price since that time, right? This is where the trend is, okay? Don't let people come in and try to fool you into buying these dips. People was telling people to come through and buy ADA when the price was around $2.20. They told you to buy it down here around $1.20. They told you to buy it again at $1.20 and then $1. We're not necessarily through yet to see ADA go lower. We can't say that yet. But it's a fantastic thing to see the price in ADA bounced off that trend. This trend is still intact. So yeah, ADA is still a buy for the long term, because as this market continues to trade, we need to see it continue to bounce off that line. And you guys can see that that will lead to a gradual increase in price long term. That is what we need to see. So even though we're trading, what, 43 cents away from this overall trend, we can still expect to see some weakness, can we? That's the question. This is the 3-day time frame into the market in ADA, and I actually like it, right? I can still see the price aiming for higher prices. I can actually see that occur, because the last couple of 3-day price bars, this market has overcame a lot of weakness and a lot of selling. That is what the market price is telling us on the 3-day time frame. This is the 5-day. We got a day and 9 hours left. So far, so good. The market has been working hard to increase ADA's price. So now, do you think it's going to find more selling at $1.50? Or do you think price in ADA is going to break $1.50? We hit $1.60, maybe $1.70. What do you all think? This is the weekly time frame. Small spread, day and 9 hours left, and we're closing at the high. So I don't want everyone to think that it's free motion right now in ADA, because we're not necessarily out the woods. Like I said, we're going to test this $1.50 area. So I'm going to put in a prediction though to see the market in ADA go higher in price. Okay. Now $1.50 is that first area. 4.94% is where we'll come through and skim off some profitability. We're going to expect the market to try to come through and hold $1.30, even though we can see it come all the way back down to $1.25. Won't be worried about that, so long as strength comes in at $1.25. Now I'm going to bring it up there just a little bit higher, because when I looked at the chart on the 3-day time frame, we're actually seeing the ability of ADA to try to crack $1.50 and go a little bit higher towards $1.60. If the overall market continues to give us a lot of strength, we'll go to 170. But I'm gonna be conservative. Okay, so this is it. We're in position. This is what we're expecting the market price in ADA to do over the next 3 days. It's just that simple. We're getting in position so that we can capitalize and profit on this price move. So now it's your turn. You're on our team. Tell us, where do y'all think this price in ADA is going to go over the next 3 days? Drop us a comment in the comment section. Tell me, what do you all think about Grayscale adding ADA to their portfolio? Of course, I get it. It gives some credibility to the cryptocurrency, right? It does. But would you know at what point Grayscale will sell ADA out their portfolio? Because best believe, just like they didn't tell us that they were going to add ADA to their portfolio before the news brought it out, it's going to be after the fact once they sell it. Okay, so keep that in mind. And once they sell it, understand that the price chart will have determined that someone came into the market and sold a lot of their ADA in this space, just like what occurred here. Like a big institution, someone with a lot of ADA came through and bought it. Oh, I mean, they didn't come through and buy it. They came through and sold their ADA at these high prices. You cannot hide from price. They cannot hide their agenda, their strategy on a price chart, because once they execute it, the chart picks it up already. And the news is always late when it comes to that. So let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.